everyone, let's discuss about variables and data types. What's variable? Variable is nothing but a name given to a memory space. It acts as a container to store the information. For example, let's say I have a variable salary. This salary is going to store information of the salary of a person. Let's say he has around 2000 salary. Once I declare this variable or once I initialize this variable, a memory space is created, and in that memory space we are going to store this value. Why it is showing red line? This tells that we are making some error. So let's check what's that error. When I hover on this salary, it is telling name salary does not exist in the current context. So what does that mean? That means while writing code in C#, we need to explicitly mention the type of the data we are going to save in this variable. These are some commonly used data types available in C#. So in C#, these types of data are divided into two types. One is value type and reference type. To understand this concept clearly, let's take an example. Consider a scenario wherein we want to store employee details. So here name, gender, age, basic salary, gross salary, all this becomes variables. We are going to store different types of data in these variables. So first let's start with the name. Name is equal to Ram. So here I need to mention the type of this data. Since Ram is a sequence of character, it becomes string. You can observe this chart. You can note down the memory size taken and also the range of values you can use. And next we'll take age of a person. So age of a person is a whole number. I'll take it as integer. Age is equal to, let's say, 22, and then we'll take gender, that is of a character, and we'll take a variable name as basic underscore salary, which is equal to 22.50, and let's take one more variable for gross salary. So we have defined all the variables and initialized value to these. Now we'll calculate the gross salary. So we'll take one more variable here, that is tax. We are going to deduct tax from a basic salary and get a gross salary. So we'll say tax is equal to basic salary. Let's assume 12% of tax is going to deduct from employee's pay. So our gross salary becomes basic salary minus the tax amount. Now let's print all these details on the output screen. So console.writeLine, I'll make use of dollar symbol here. This is the special character used for string interpolation. So name of employee, and in the flower basis you can mention the variable name. So variable name here is name. Let's copy this to print other variables as well. Console.writeLine. Next we'll print age of employee and we'll change here age. In a similar fashion we'll print all the details. Now let's run this. You can observe build has started. This is our output screen. So we are getting name of employee is Ram, age of employee is 22, gender male, basic salary is 22.5, that's what we have given, and also after deducting tax, gross salary is 19.8. So whatever the data we have declared here, we have used type of the data. We have explicitly declared the type of the data. There is one more method that is called implicit declaration. So I'll just change this string to var. So this is called implicit declaration. That means you need not to declare exactly the type of the data you are working with. Simply you can make use of var keyword and compiler will decide the type of the variable by the value present on the right hand side. So if you hover on this variable name, you can see it's of type string where we use this var keyword. So var keyword is mostly used with anonymous data types and also in link queries. So let's change this back to string itself. Now data types in C# are mainly divided into value type and reference type. So what is this value type and reference type? Let's consider the same example. So here string is a reference data type whereas int is a value data type. So what exactly is the difference? That is, whenever I declare variable type as integer, the value assigned to this variable will be directly stored inside the memory location allocated for this variable. Whereas when it comes to reference data type, directly the value will not be stored in the allocated memory space of a variable. Instead, it stores the reference where the exact value is stored. So whenever value type is declared, this value goes and sits into stack memory. But whenever reference type variable is declared, the exact value will not be present in the stack memory. Instead, it will be present in the heap memory which is created at a runtime, but its reference, that means its address, will be stored inside the stack memory. So in this example, we have defined the basic salary of a RAM. How about taking input from user itself? Let's try that. I'll delete this basic salary value. So here I'll write console.writeLine, enter the salary, and then so this line is for entering the salary of. We'll make use of read line to get the value to basic salary. So basic salary is equal to console.readline. Console.readline. You can observe here we are getting a red line. Hover on this and check what error we are getting. You can note here cannot implicitly convert type string to double. So what exactly is happening? Basic salary, whatever we have defined, is of type double, and when I use console.readline method, it takes input as in the form of string. So I cannot assign a string value to double. Here comes the concept of type conversion. So we need to convert the string type to the double type or integer type first. To do that, we have one more method called convert.the type in which you want to convert. That is, I want to convert it to integer type. So I'll give to int 32. Now you can see this line is error free. Let's run this now. It's asking us to enter the salary. I'll enter salary as 20,000. Hit enter. So you can observe the output here. Basic salary of an employee is 20,000. When I calculated the gross salary using my code, it is 17,600. I hope all of you are clear with the concepts we have discussed today. If you find this video useful, kindly hit on like button and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for further videos.